Hello, welcome to the Colourful Creativity Podcast. My name is Carolien and this is episode 48. You can find me online everywhere as Carolien, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Ravelry, you know the works. And I have a blog with show notes, which is blog.carolien.nl. I have a very rude, noisy Binx. Yep, there he is. There he is. I have an Etsy shop, carolien.etsy.com. And of course, there's a Ravelry group for this podcast, which is the Colourful Creativity group, which you can find in the group section on Ravelry. So, welcome everyone. New viewers, happy you're checking me out. I hope you like it here and stick around and subscribe on YouTube. And of course, returning viewers, thank you for sticking with me. And I also hope you like this new episode. I have a lot of things to show you. I was actually hoping this mister here was gonna stay in the sun or in his bed or something. But no. The minute I start talking, he jumps on me. Oh, well. He's very curious about my water. And also about everything else next to me. So let's dive in head first with something I promised you last time. I do not have any notes, so I hope it will work out. Oh, Binx, no, not yet. No, not yet. Thank you. Just be nice and sit. Yes, just be nice and sit. In a knit and stitch bits bag, I have this horribly bright and bleeding orange. But, well, it was one of my first tries with orange after a different brand of dye. And apparently this one only uses a teeny tiny bit instead of a lot like the other one. But I had a hoe, and that hoe was this Fall in Love mitten. Pattern is by Regina Foat from the Herbstblad Regina. Yeah, I wanted to say podcast, but she hasn't podcasted in a while. But from Herbstblad Regina, also from the brand of yarn. And the pattern is in black and white, but well, here you can see the color. It's a wonderful cabled fingerless mitten, and I have one now. And after that, I used the yarn for my exploration station, and oh, there's fluff in here. Well, the exploration station, I'm finished with the orange, so that's why that ball is back in its place, so I can cast on the second one. And here you can see where I left it for over a year. I was here, I only had to do this little bit and a thumb. Yeah. Really, really, really weird. I will cast on a second one because I have enough yarn, but well, it's summer. You wouldn't say that. It's raining a lot at the moment, but yeah, that's Dutch summer. It's actually pretty normal. So that's project number one. I knit those on 2.25mm higher sharps if you were interested. Oh, there's a big fly outside. What you hear is Binx barking at it. You want to bark? You want to bark? Bark on camera. Yeah. That. After he got his teeth cleaned and pulled, he actually never got back his usual voice. So he's a bit hoarse still. But yeah. He's still our Binx. And sometimes he can just make a lot of noise. It's just like he doesn't want to. Yeah, it's a Binx. He has his own hashtag now. It's Binxtagram. Because everywhere I go, he has to be there when I get my camera. Next project is in my Colourful Creativity bag. And I actually don't know if I did a lot. I did something, I know, but well, I did quite a reasonable amount, but I haven't touched it in quite a while. In here is my Bonnie, and Bonnie is a pattern from Tin Can Knits. Let me see what I can show you. It's a lace weight top with a lace section on the front. And I am just started with that lace section here. So I did all the usual stockinette, which actually flew off the needles. And now I am at the lace, so I have to pay attention again. So it is sitting in my bag, waiting. But I will tell you in a bit that this might be something that will go faster soon. I am using this midnight blue Colourful lace yarn, so my own hand-dyed yarn. The tag you all know. And this is a 70% merino and 30% silk, which makes it really enjoyable. I added some inches to the length because I am a bit longer than most patterns are written for, and I really hope it's enough. It's at 14-inch length blocked before starting the lace, and I think I did 14-inch unblocked. And it has a lot of stretch, so I guess it will be about 17-inch blocked. Oh, I am knitting these on Haya bamboo needles in 3.5 millimeter. See. And these are interchangeables, and I actually really like them. I had never expected to like bamboo that much. So that is project number 2. Then we have in this Tonia's Stitches bag my second exploration station. And let me get the undercover other needle nest off. It's just, I know I showed you last time, it matches so well with those colors. Yeah. There's only this little left and this one. So the orange, I totally lost the orange chicken, but I knew that, so I took the other ball. I actually finished up the last bit of that teeny tiny ball I had left. I did the whole striping section here, and there are 2 rows of that mini ball. Where is the rest of it? There it is. This is like nothing left. It's a bit darker. The new orange I had was a bit brighter, but I'm totally fine with that, and I don't even really notice it in the full shawl, especially not on camera. So yeah, this is how this one is looking now. I have to do 2 more rows of the shenanigans. Chiffon shenanigans, that's what this section was called. And then I have a bind off, and I'm actually a bit scared. I am not sure if this will be enough for an I-cord bind off and 2 more rows, but I guess we will just have to see and find out. I was also thinking of just doing 2 more rows with this one and then do the bind off with the dark blue. That might also be very fun. Maybe I'll just do that just to make sure I can do the bind off with 1 color. So yes, this is it. Exploration Station is of course a pattern by Stephen West. I am knitting these on 4.0 millimeter needles, which is a US size 6. Higher sharps, no interchangeables, just normal ones. And I guess that's about what I can tell you about it. Oh, the yarn I'm using is a Experiment, which is the Colourful Extra Soft Merino, and this is the first one. Thought I'd show you the difference. This has better up here, blue on blue, yellow on blue, and this is a yellow on light blue, and this is very much more bright. I think this is a bit lighter. Let me put it here, and this one is a bit darker. Put it here. Can you see the difference? I like them both. I think this will be the summer version and this the winter or something. I'm not sure. But where I was in doubt at the beginning with that light blue in between, where I was like, yeah, I would rather have the dark blue in between, I am now actually very happy I didn't. I just didn't have enough yarn for that. So I'm very happy that I had the dark one in these sections, because I really like how it looks and how it is so much different from this one, even though it's the same yarn and the same colors. Just switched it around. So now you know, if you have made an exploration station, you have yarn left, you can change the colors, and all you have to add is a little bit extra in one color, and you can make two. Or you just have a skein, like 150 gram skein of yarn. Some skeins come in that amount. And you can just make two exploration stations from the same yarn. If you hear disgusting noises, Binx is washing himself, which has to be done very thoroughly apparently. Next up is my teacup bag, which I finally fixed. I think I told you about that. And in here are crochet buntings. Yeah, I'm showing the front. This is my first one that's already finished with all the ends woven in, etc. And in here is yarn, which I'll tell you more about later. And also my progress is in here. Get the needles out. This is a Shagmaya Catania cotton. And I have a second crochet bunting, or a flag, which still needs to grow a little bit bigger because it needs to be 18 centimeters on the top. So here you can see how much I still have to do. Like, not too much, but these are single crochets, which makes it a lot tighter and a lot more work. I'd rather do double crochets, or if you're in the UK, treble crochets, of course. And especially with cotton, because this is really tight on the hands. I'm a really tight crocheter, just like I'm a knitter. And even though I have my favorite needles, the Clover Armour needles, and I am actually going to sell these. I ordered these at the wholesale unit, so keep an eye out for those in my Etsy shop. Pretty soon, probably the next update, or no, the second May. It has to come with the posts also. Oops, sorry. Then I want to show you these awesome colors. This is Durable, of course, Durable Coral, and I have them in 6 colors. I got them at Het Nijenhuis, where I do my volunteer job. And I told you last time, we are not doing the bunting just for fun. Rearranging the camera a bit. So, yes, Binx, yes, this is very tempting for you. He's looking up like, Mommy. Yep, there it is. Yep, there it is. Whoop, there it is. So I picked these up last Wednesday at Het Nijenhuis, where we had the kickoff workshop, and I was the teacher for that in crocheting buntings. It was a lot of fun. It was totally overloaded with people, with women. It was like, oh my god, I never had so many women to teach and ask me questions at the same time. I was very happy there were 2 other teachers who could lend a hand, so people didn't have to wait for an hour to get my answer. And this yarn, this Durable Coral cotton yarn, is sponsored by the Dutch wholesale place, wholesaler, that's the word, thanks, and G. Brouwer, and he sent so many balls of cotton, and in all the colors of the rainbow. It was awesome to see that. So we could take some balls of that to crochet the bunting, and every time you go there and you have like 20 flags for the big bunting line, you can give us the flags and you can pick up some more yarn. Oh, Binx there. We also have acrylic yarn. I know some people like acrylic better than cotton. I like cotton better. My mother and grandmother also like cotton better, so I took them a few balls of. Also, I know my grandmother has such a big stack already of the flags, which is super awesome. I'm not sure how many I will be crocheting because, well, I have so many other things to do. Because I also have to do some samples for my yarn. You know how that goes. If you dye yarn, you have to knit also and make other samples, and I have a knit along going. I want to join the fade along. Let me get that stuff in this beautiful fondant fiber bag. I already have it ready because I'm almost finished with my Find Your Fade. No, not my exploration station, and now I want to cast on a new Find Your Fade in a colorway I do like. So I picked up these 4. I already kicked it up, so. And then I thought maybe it's nice to have the fade in between with some solids. So I thought this would be pretty. Yes, I had a 3rd ball of neon orange. This would be nice. And then between the next there will be some yellow, and I'm getting a skein that I dyed, but that's not good enough yet. Sometimes in dyeing you have to dye and over dye and over dye. So this one is going in between a yellow. I can put this one away now. Then in between here there's going to be a green. But also this one needs a darker green. So yeah, I think that will be awesome. And the yarns you saw, these 2 are Countess Ablaze in her fingering weight, which is 75% BFL, 25% nylon. I am the voice of the next generation. And this is Freedom is for Sale. Both are one of a kind. And it's her Lady Persephone sock yarn. I am so in love with these. I bought these at the Geeky Puff and Knitpalooza in the UK. This is a superwash sock yarn from Undercover Otter in the colorway Atragon. And she still has that, but she doesn't carry this base anymore. Because this is the squirty sock yarn. I got this 2 years ago, I think, from my friend Charlotte. Then I have this one, the Caked Up yarn, which is a 1000 Troon yarn. The Halbstarke, and it's from April 2015. It was probably some kind of special edition yarn. I got this from my friend Vicky from Berenwolle. This orange is again a dye failure from me in extra soft merino. So yeah, I'm going to mix bases, which is like crazy for me. So I thought the yarn I was dyeing up, this is actually a split skein of BFL nylon. So that would match with most of it. This is the only one that's really soft and the rest is more a bit scratchy, but I think that will be fine. I will see through it, that I can just wear it. So yes, that's the plan, to make it a faded dotted race, and a faded west knits along, knit along thingy is going on at the moment on Instagram. So that's the plan. Tomorrow will be the start of Tour de Sock. So I will be knitting socks again. I haven't knit any socks since Sock Madness. I haven't touched my socks, just to rearrange the project bags and put them aside. So yeah, I have so many things to do that probably with making buntings, it will take me a while to finish some. But just in between, or when other people are crocheting, or on Wednesday morning when there is the wool cafe, I will be doing only crochet buntings. I already noticed that we have a group on Facebook, and it was like 2 days ago that we only had about 150 to 200 members. This morning I noticed we were heading to 700. So there was some media attention. That was really, really positive, and I so love that idea that we really probably are gonna make it. 10 kilometers is a long way to crochet. All the info will be in my show notes again. We'll put all the links everywhere. So if you want to join, it's not just a Dutch project. All profits will go to charity. The Nijenhuis, or the Nijenstichting, where I volunteer, is a home for people who have cancer or their next of kin. And well, next of kin is not, I think next of kin is just family, right? It's also for their loved ones. It's also for people who had cancer, have had cancer, who have cancer. They can all come there, just have a cup of coffee, just be a little bit distracted, just have a chat. Sometimes it's really difficult to talk to your friends about your problems that you have when you have cancer. And there you can just talk to a friendly stranger who listens to you, who understands, and who doesn't judge. So that's what we do. It's about having a quality of life next to or after cancer. And with that, you always have to put up your own bunting. So that's what we're gonna do. The bunting will be for sale afterwards, and all the profits of that will go to the charity itself. We're going to move from a home to a farmhouse. In Dutch, a boerderij or a hoeve. And it's going to be bigger. We'll have more place for everything, and now it's just crammed in one room sometimes. It's a really old home, a big old home, but still small rooms, and it's going to be way better next year, we hope. So if you want to join and you're not sure and you don't do Dutch, tell me. Send me a message anywhere. I will answer all your questions, and I'm going to help you out with where you can send the bunting, etc. And if you are going to help out, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 40,000 of those flags is really not nothing. So those were my knitting whips and my crochet whip. And I know it's not much this time. Yeah, we're 25 minutes in, but I already told you about the bunting and did the whole what am I gonna do later and next. And I know I was gonna do the knit and slide next, but yeah, the dotted race came in between. Next up is spinning, because it's also the Tour de Fleece. And look, I finished my first thing. Yay! This is about 135 meters of 2-ply, and I still have to set it, but it is actually just plied and everything, so I'm already so happy. These were my first row legs, and the row legs I got from Undercover Otter. Let me get that information out. These were row legs with merino, tussle silk and Angelina, and the colorway was called Gilman. Here you can see the info. I hope it focuses. So, and this is how it turned out. I really like it, how it turned out with the green and stuff. It may be a bit pastoral, but sorry for the crinkling. I will put it back immediately. So yeah, that is number 1. But since the Tour de Fleece is still going, I couldn't leave it with that, of course. So I got something new. And this, let me see. Like this. It's really thin, which I was aiming for because I really want to make a sock yarn someday myself, and spun socks. I think that will be nice. This of course is not the right blend for it. This is a, well, it could be maybe. This is a bat, a midi bat so called, by Dutch Wool Diva. Colorway name is Pixie, and this is merino, bamboo and tussle silk, and it is 50 grams. And I'm planning a 3-ply, so this is the first bobbin that's finished, 1/3 of the fluff. I divided the fluff, the bat, in strips, and apparently I had 9, so I was like, oh, I can just do 3 of each, and this is how it looked. Green, yellow, purple and little bits of white. I'm amazed by myself how nice this spins and how thin, and it works awesome. I put this in my Frog Peak Creations bag, and I know this is a snowman bag for Christmas, but it's where I put in the fluff. Last time I used it, so I was just gonna take this again. Here you can see her name, Frog Peak Creations. And as you may know, we have a awesome discount code from her, which is Colourful 2017, all in capital letters. And you will get 15% off until the end of the year. And I think that's really, really generous of Monique. I already heard from some people who checked her out and bought some beautiful project bags. So go check her out. She has some awesome stuff left. I'd always take a look before I podcast, and it's awesome what she has. Sorry about that. My throat is a bit dry. So this is going to be a true 3-ply, I think. I will just make 3 bobbins and then ply them together and see what I have left. I'm not going to do a Navajo ply so I can finish it, use everything and just use 1 bobbin or something. I just want to make a real 3-ply. I did a ply ball for the other one to make a 2-ply. Yeah, it wasn't my thing. I had that ply ball curling up on itself, and then one of the 2 threads broke, and it was not fun to work with. But hey, you have to try things to learn things, and that's what I did. I also found a spinning teacher, so I'm gonna take spinning lessons soon. And I'm looking forward to that already. I will start in August. And the coincidence is that my husband and her husband are co-workers. So my husband's gonna take me and my wheel there, and he's gonna have fun with his co-worker while I am being taught how to spin, and my questions are all answered. Oh yeah, Binx. Oh yeah. You saw a kitten bag and you were like, I have to go to mommy. Because we are at acquisitions. And I got this super awesome bag from Steven and Penelope. I got it from my friend Petra. And I also got some of the things in here. 2 of her yarns. Wicked Little Things and Jamie Lee. And if you may have seen it, you also could have seen this on the new Westnitz videos. Because Mr. Westnitz apparently has a very good taste, just like I have. Yes. So all the speckles for all your faded projects. I really love this one. And I needed something with a bit more purple, so I have to see what to combine it with, but I know I can combine it with a lot of things. I could even combine them together, or I could just use it for a pair of socks, like it is. Oh, all the possibilities. With the tourist sock I of course need some yarn, so I also got this one. This is not hand-dyed by Petra, this is a hedgehog fibers, and I think she told me it was egg yolk or something. It's really nice yellow, nice and warm. I think on camera it looks almost as if it's glowing, but in real life it's more warm, and it's really my color. I love this color, and this is probably going into my Find Your Fate shawl. Then I put some more things in here. I saw something about a Adi Sockenbunda, which is a mini needle, like a 25 centimeter. Yes, it's 25 instead of the 23 a Haya is. And it has one longer side and one shorter side. I ordered these online at Wereldwol. I had them like the next day, maybe even, yeah, it was really quick. So I want to try these, but they don't come in the size 2.25 millimeter, only in a 2.0 and a 2.5. And I was thinking at first, let me order a 2.5 and a 2.0, and then I thought, no, let me just order reasonably. See, this one's really short and that tip is a bit longer, and I really hope that that will help me, because the shorter tips are not good in my hand and I really don't like knitting with them. I think I also gave them away to my mother already. I really want to try them. I know I'm not a fan of Adi because it smells, but we'll have to see what happens with this. We're gonna try it out, maybe with the sock for the Tour de Sock, but I have to see what the pattern is. Maybe I'll just cast a afterthought everything sock, or just an afterthought sock, whatever. And then I have a very, very pushy Binx. You know, this is my personal space. Yes, this is my personal space. And you think there's no such thing as personal space if I'm not in there. I ordered these two cuties. See, a piece of eaten chocolate and a Dutch marshmallow of spekje. Yes, he's just doing it again. We make it decent by blending in something else. And these are by the Woolly Dodo, and she just opened her Etsy shop. Oh, you're not gonna do it if I hold it in front, because, well, what's the use if nobody's gonna see it? Silly cat. It's by the Woolly Dodo, and she just opened her Etsy shop, thewoolydodo.etsy.com. I really, really like it. She has really cute polymer clay stitch markers, And I was already eyeballing that marshmallow one for a long time. And she finally opened the shop, so I finally could order them. Yay me! I had a very good reason to order that. I had to get my 5-yearly pap smear, I think it's called in English. And I hate that. There's nothing you can say. I just hate it. I know it's done in a few minutes, but it feels so invasive and it hurts. Just no. So I ordered that as my little treat, and I ordered actually a little bit extra. Yes, Binx, you have to move. Oh god, this is so small. I'm not sure if I can show you. I ordered a penguin with child. Let me put it there. Penguin with child Trollbeats charm, which is a retired charm, and then it went on sale at Trollbeats, and now I was like, okay, click, got it. Yeah, well, that's how it goes sometimes, right? Also ordered this book, the sock drawer, which I really like because all the socks are cable lacy socks. And some of you may already know there's gonna be a knit along with this book. It is the Truly Hooked on Socks knit along. It is hosted by CQ Haken, which is Carla, and Drie Kleine Schaapjes, which is Jennifer. Both are Dutch, as you may know from the name. They are hosting it on Ravelry, and I guess we're gonna post it also on Instagram. And they asked a couple of indie dyers, Dutch indie dyers, if they want to dye up a skein of yarn for every pattern. So every indie dyer gets a month, and in that month there is a pattern that is for that month that you can knit, and then you can win prizes, etc. So the pattern I'm dyeing for is Delilah, and it is in January, and it is this beautiful sock with lace work, and I really like it. So it already says it's a wonderful introduction to lace knitting. So yeah, I think I was Delilah, or maybe I was Rian. Now I'm in doubt. No, I was Delilah. I love how it looks. And if I am Rian, I will see that and check that out and rectify myself next time. All the patterns, I love them all because they are all with cables and lace, and I love that. It keeps the sock interesting, and well, the yarn I'm gonna dye up is gonna be a semi-solid, that I can tell you, because a really heavy variegated will not be pretty with those patterns. Oh, forgot to tell you, the book is by Verity Kesseldine, and you can buy it in her Etsy shop, which is trulyhooked.etsy.com, if I'm correct. She also has pretty yarn, but hey, I already dye my own yarn, so I didn't want to buy some yarn from her. Then, the last second before I wanted to record, the postman came, and in there was this beautiful cotton bag by Miss Babs, and this is a eco bag inspired by nature. It's Miss Babs, and in there was a skein of Miss Babs yarn. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy. I have never seen or felt Miss Babs in real life. This is her, let me see, Miss Babs repeatable Hot Shot fingering yarn, which is a 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. This is 400 yards. And this is, the colorway is called Meadow Brown. So, it's pretty muted, but I do love it. It's just the fact that it is Miss Bob's yarn. So yeah, I just got it, so I still have to fidget around and look at it and look at the inside, what it does for the colors. It has some teal tones in there, and I really like that. I'm a big fan of teal, as you may know. So yes, I really love this. I got this for Sock Madness. This is my prize for Sock Madness. And I cannot tell you which round it was. I won 2 prizes in an earlier round and of course the semi-finals. But there was nothing with it that tells me which prize this was. So I can only guess. And the first one for the earlier round didn't come, and this was the first prize to arrive. So I'm guessing it may be that one. For the earlier round. Maybe it was a prize for the semi-final, and the other one is still on the way because, well, it is post and it is always taking longer than you expect. But I'm very happy with my Miss Bob's yarn. So, and that was it for the acquisitions. And I will give you some hot news from the shop. I already showed these 2 to you, and no surprise, these 2 are in the new collection. Because I was telling about a happy hour collection. I already showed you this test skein, and this one is Clip Tropicana. I will be dyeing more of this one. This is still the test skein and I still have to do this colorway. I am 70% done. So I have 7 new colorways to show you. First one is not Clip Tropicana. This is Copacabana. And here you have it in soft sock. And this is it in merino singles. Whee! You can see the difference next to each other. I really love both, and I will also have 10 mini skein sets. So mini skein sets with 10 mini skeins. I don't think I will have 10 of those because, well, I want one too. This one is Mimosa. We're gonna go for cocktails at happy hour. Also again in singles and in soft sock. Mimosa is a really warm yellow color, just like orange with champagne or orange with sparkling water, if you want a version without alcohol. This one is Mojito to Go. Also again, singles, and the yellow is so bright. Oh my god, I so love it. Speckles on soft sock. Here on the singles. Also a very big favorite of mine. And then, oh my, bright blue singles and soft sock. This colorway is called Blue Hawaiian. Then this super awesomely speckled on singles and on soft sock. And yes, it will be different on singles because those skeins are way longer, so the repeat is different. This colorway is called Shirley Temple on the Rocks. So I am also thinking about those who want a mocktail and do not drink alcohol. This one, however, is alcoholic again, because this colorway is called Sangria. I do love a good sangria. I went on honeymoon on Lanzarote, so the Canarian Islands, and I really love sangria. I learned how to make it there, so I know how to make it myself at home. They told me at the bar we had all inclusive. So yeah, we had some great sangrias. And then the last colorway, and this one, I forgot the name. It's really bad. It's a really common cocktail, but I don't drink it because I don't like what, I think it was vodka that was going in there. So yeah, I will put the name in here. It is so bright. The camera is really thinking, oh my god. And also in singles and in the soft sock. If you can see, this really matches awesomely. And that's, most of the yarns match really great with the other ones. Like this one, if you take mimosa with that, it's just perfect. And there's quite some semi-solids, there's tonal, there's variegated, there's gonna be speckles, as you saw. Let me get this one. This one, isn't that just perfect? I really like it. So, let me put it all back before the cats chew on it or do something I do not like. I really hate it that I do not know the colorway. It's a really common cocktail. I'm really trying to remember, but it's not coming, so I will let it go. Let it go, let it go. Oh, I should have picked a blue Hawaiian for that, for let it go, because it looks like a bit like frozen blue. Don't you think? Am I the only one thinking that? This could be a really nice one for Christmas. Frozen. I think it's suitable. I might think about that. So yes, this colorway will be nameless for the rest of the episode. I guess that shop update will be probably next week. So there are some surprises for you, namely the other two colorways that you didn't see yet. They're gonna be pretty as well, I'm promising you. Maybe it's not next week, but the week after. I have to see. We have to reskein those skeins to minis as well. That usually takes a little bit of time. Yeah, I'm gonna go visit the Weversmarkt in Hoorn next week on Wednesday, the 19th of July. Maybe I will see you there, I hope so. Just say hello to me, of course, if you see me. Yeah, not sure what else to tell you. Oh, yes, now I know. And I forgot to show it to you, but I will blend in a photo for that. And it is the Christmas update. Yes, it's July. It's summer, I know, but it's Christmas in July. So I put in the Opal Christmas yarn in my Etsy shop. For those of you who missed that last year in the Christmas season, you can get it now. I have quite some left, and yeah, you can have your Christmas knitting early. Would be nice for a change, right? Just be finished with knitting at Christmas instead of frantically knitting away and not getting your deadline and giving them as New Year's gifts or something. I am also going to check my inventory and put up some Candy Cane Lane and Christmas pickle. I will do that probably this weekend. So there will be a Christmas update, and also in preparation for the big advent calendar. I can tell you we are working on it and hoping to get pre-orders already open at the end of this month, which will be around like the real Christmassy dates for Christmas in July. So there is going to be a lot of update stuff, and the best place you can check that out, all the information is on Instagram. You can follow me there. I'm Carolien, and also you can follow Petra from undercover otter. Yeah, I guess that's the most important update stuff out there. And I will leave you with that so I can edit this one and hopefully have it published and uploaded all the way today. So see you again in 2 weeks, and hopefully I have some footage from the Weversmarkt then, and I can tell you all about how that was. I'm very curious, I haven't been there, so if you were there and you're watching this, let me know what I can expect. Bye bye!